Oh, Jeremy Flores?
Yes.
Yes, I have that.
Ah,
I'm sorry.
oh, no problem. Where is Jeremy Flores?
It's an off-topic matter.
All right, what's the off docket matter about?
The off docket matter was on Darren Johnson.
Oh, so it's not on Jeremy Flores? Okay.
That's the case number I got.
Oh. Okay. It's separate.
Ah, yes.
Okay, so
Okay.
I'll get ready to confer with him here in
Yes.
just a moment.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just let me know when you're ready.
We'll do.
Okay, thank you. All right, Eduardo Reyes. Okay. Good afternoon. How's it going?
How are you, Judge?
Oh, all right. It's hectic today.
I know, we got it. We got it done.
Yes. Hey, but it's Friday Eve.
I know.
You can't beat that.
Friday. I know.
All right, court is calling 2024 CR 0082221 State versus Eduardo Anthony Reyes. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state
Andrew Harris Sadelman.
defense?
Anita Perez for the defense, Judge?
And you, Mr. Reyes?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all of the discovery and did you review it with your client?
Yes, I have, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Reyes, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram as a state jail felony?
Yes, ma'am.
Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial? A right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Off the record. Deputy Lord, could you have them move to that end? We're back on the record. Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Judge.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
He does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I believe so, Judge.
Mr. Reyes, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea bargain agreement, there's a $1,500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. They're taking in consideration 2024 CR 008439, and there's to be restitution to the Universal City Police Department. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Judge, that's our understanding of the plea. The only thing that, if I could address the court about the fine, that would be the only thing that I would ask the court to take into consideration, that he is 28 years old.
So,
Whenever,
okay, thank you.
whenever you're ready for me, Judge.
All right,
Thank
thank you.
you.
So that's the plea bargain agreement? correct?
Yes, that's our understanding of the plea. Yes.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Judge.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 2 years. There be a TAP evaluation, and 150 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
Contained in Exhibit 1 and attachments, Your Honor.
No objection, Judge.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the document entitled waivers with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Judge.
All right, and counsel, you wanted to address the fine?
Yeah, Judge, just real briefly that my client, he was prior to being in the Bear County Jail, he's been there for about 5 months, going on 6 months, Judge. He worked at the wash tub, making $9 an hour. He is, I mean, obviously he's pretty young. I
Them for
don't
two,
want
Jay
him to
Craw
get a
for
bad
one.
start with deferred. I mean, he's obviously very appreciative. He wants to make a change in his life. We would ask the court to obviously follow everything that was agreed to as far as the plea bargaining agreement, and just if the court can waive some of the fine.
All right, how old are you?
I'm 29.
That's okay. I mean, sometimes what people think is young, is young. Sometimes people think what is old is really not old. My grandmother would always say, the older you get, the less old other people are. When you're in your 20s, maybe you think 40 is old, but once you hit 30, you're like, 40 is not really that old. Because right now people will say, oh, 80 is so old. I'm like, no, it's not. Because I'm fast approaching that age. So do you have any children?
No.
All right. Do you have a place to live?
Yes.
Who would you be living with?
I'll be living with my mother-in-law and my girlfriend.
All right. Does the mother-in-law want you there?
Yes.
All right. And what does your girlfriend do?
My girlfriend is a home care provider.
So I don't understand. How do you feel about living with your mother-in-law? And how does she feel about her daughter bringing in someone who has issues to live in the house?
Le who? The her.
I'm not sure.
I don't know why, sometimes people keep bringing problems to mother-in-laws and mothers' homes. And your girlfriend, does she have children?
No.
So who all lives in the house that you say you're going to be staying?
Just me, her mother, her husband, and her brother.
That's it.
All right. So it's the mother-in-law's husband, your girlfriend's brother. And how old is he?
I think he's 20 years old.
All right. And then you and the girlfriend. And the girlfriend who's a home health care provider. And lately they just let anybody be a home health care provider.
Oh, snap.
Does she provide home health care for the mother-in-law or other people? Does she provide home health care for her mom?
No, other people.
All right. And do they come to the home or no?
No.
And when did you start using meth? How old were you?
I was 19.
And why did you start using? All right. That's something you need to think about to decide when did you start
Yeah.
using and why. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Right,
So-
we discussed some of that, Judge, obviously, the fact that this is a state jail felony, the fact that he has no prior criminal history, he does understand the seriousness, and I told him, I said, it's gonna be deferred. So it's obviously, it's a lot more, he knows, it's gonna be a lot more work for him, and we could have gotten a different kind of agreement with the state, but that was the decision that, privately we spoke about it. And that's what that's what he wants from the court,
And how often were you using meth?
I was using meth every day.
Okay. Thank you for your honesty. So it occurs to the court that you have a drug problem and it's a major drug problem. So we're going to have to address that. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So the court is taking in consideration 2024 CR 008439. There's a $1,500 fine that will be probated. The court is going to sentence you to 3 years deferred adjudication. If you complete everything early, then you can always request to be released from probation early. There's going to be restitution to Universal City Police Department for the drug testing, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be, for now, no unsupervised contact with minors. And your girlfriend, who is a home health care provider, you are not allowed to accompany her on trips to her job or anything of that nature. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
In custody, we're going to do a TAP evaluation and a referral to felony drug court. The TAP evaluation usually takes 2 weeks. The referral to felony drug court, because it's Thursday, they're probably able to see you Monday or Tuesday, and they have a quick turnaround on whether or not they accept you. That's a very good program. I think it's a program that will greatly benefit you and help you to be successful. And in felony drug court, with the nature of your offense, if you complete everything early and graduate, they'll release you early. And if you have a graduation, I will come to your graduation. And if you want some idea of how people are doing, there's actually a felony drug court graduation on Friday, and I'm sure your attorney can tell you about that, okay? And there's an attorney here who does felony drug court. Will Brooks, don't hide. All right. So that's to be in custody. Follow recommendations. If he's not accepted into felony drug court. And how far did you go in school?
I graduated.
All right. All right. What are you planning on doing with the rest of your life? What do you want to do for employment?
I'm planning to go back to work.
All right. So there's 150 hours community service restitution. 150 of those hours to be waived if he obtains a certificate from a trade school or if he completes some higher level of education. There's to be field visits 1 time per month. And there's to be 90 sober support meetings in 90 days. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. In this court, I understand that drug addiction is hard. If you feel as though you are going to use, pick up the phone, call probation. If you feel they're not addressing it, if I'm here, you can always come back here and we can address it. But the key is to be honest with yourself and where you are. And where we are, we're all growing, we're all changing, hopefully trying to improve and be better people is not where you're going to end up. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you, okay?
Thank you.
Your Honor,
Yes.
we're not quite done.
Oh, yeah, that's right. This is the other.
May I approach?
Yes.
Thank you. I would have forgotten.
There was another very confusing thefts, 107.50.
Okay,
We couldn't make heads or tails out of it,
I'm sorry.
so.
no problem.
I'm taking
And that's
it
why I
into
was-
Consideration for this plea.
All right. Hey, we
And
caught
that's
this
why I
one.
was- I'm sorry, Judge, and that's why I was busy interrupting your clerk. I'm so sorry, because we couldn't figure it out. It's not in the system. It's showing 187. But it's a B, and so
No
it's
problem.
something weird, but.
It's taken care of now.
And
All right.
then I guess the other issue, I know we're not on the record, Judge, but, you have the pending case in Plymouth, right?
Yes.
So he'll have to, it's a misdemeanor.
Okay.
It's a misdemeanor theft, so, I mean, I know that probation shouldn't violate him for a pre-existing.
Oh, no, they will not. But I will tell you, that's going to need to be taken care of probably before felony drug court accepts them. Usually they'll call and see if there's something that can be accomplished.
Right, but I mean, or do we need to let Michelle know, or?
Oh, she knows now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have the case number and everything, you know, because I have.
Oh, if you'll let her know so they
Yeah,
can put
yeah.
that in the system.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, you take care. Be good. All right.
You're just a really lame dude.